Hi friends, it's Sarah. Welcome back to our channel. I hope you're having a really happy holiday so far. I had to make this video because almost exactly a year ago today, I posted our first video on this channel, kind of spontaneously, and it was about my 2025 journal lineup, and way more people watched it than I was expecting. I want to say a huge thank you on behalf of myself and my sister AJ for watching our videos this year. We really appreciate it. We couldn't have predicted that this many people would be watching our content. So maybe this will be somewhat of an annual tradition, but I wanted to go through my 2026 journal lineup today. I also wanted to do a flip through of my 2025 Hobonichi and go through my thoughts on ring planning so far. Let's get to it. Okay, so before I get into my actual journals, I want to unbox a couple more things that I got in Taiwan that I forgot to include in my haul video. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out because I got a bunch of cool stationery. I just got these at the end of my trip, so I totally forgot to show you. These are wooden desk organizers from this little shop called Wonderful Life. Like wonderful but wood. It's this really cute kind of gift shop that does little wood music boxes and little displays and just little custom things that you can do. It's just a really cute place for gifts. This is the first time I saw these in there, which are these, desk organizers, and I wanted to open them up because I was excited about these. I feel like anything wood is very expensive typically, and these were, I want to say, under $15 each. So I was pretty excited to find these. This is the first one. This is the base, and they're all stackable, so they stack on top of each other. I just love little storage stuff, so this is super cute. And then this is what goes on top, which is a little pen holder. Ta-da! And it goes on right on top like that, so I can put pens on top, and then if I want, I can store some stuff inside. I just think it'll be a really handy thing to have on my desk with some of my go-to stationery things that I use on a daily basis, and then put some of my most used pens on top. Anyway, I'm super excited about that. And then when I got home from my trip, I actually had a couple things from Atlas Stationers that I ordered on Fountain Pen Day come in, including this Kakamori dip pen that you may have seen around. It's from Japan. I've been wanting to try this dip pen for a long time, so I'm really excited to try it out. I might not get to it in this video, but I just wanted to show you what I got. So that's the nib itself, and then separately you can grab a nib holder. This is the short one. The original one is quite a bit longer. I believe this was 20% off for Fountain Pen Day, so I had to grab it. And I've been wanting to do more art in 2026, so let's see if I actually do what I say. The nib just goes straight into the nib holder. Beautiful, fits like a glove. Anyway, I'm really excited for this. I did get a bunch of inks from Taiwan too, so I'm excited to try it out in this dip pen. Okay, so on to the actual journals. I have my main Hobonichi 2025. Look how chunky she is. So I decided I'm going to go with the classic Hobonichi A6 again this year, just because I liked my workflow this year, and I'll show you that in a second, but I just wanted to show you the size difference. And I got this on my trip to New York. Check out that video if you haven't seen that also. The little freebie from this year is this Hobonichi robot, which I love. And this is featured on the pamphlet. This is what the Hobonichi looks like at the beginning of the year. Quite thin. Look at this in comparison. I am happy to say that I successfully memory kept in my Hobonichi this year. This is also in comparison to my 2024 Hobonichi Han, which is the one with the thicker cover, and it kind of stands alone. I kind of like this. I like how simple it is, and it's just much thinner, but I also really loved using the Tragan this year. I mostly keep this at home anyway, so it was nice to just have it kind of protected and have storage with it. And I always just have a little cutting board here for when I do my daily photos, and then I have my current pen attached here. So that worked really well for me, and I will continue using a Tragan in 2026. This was my first Hobonichi actually, and I was really proud of how I did it. I filled the entire thing. But there are definitely some changes that I made in 2025 that I really liked. So I'll go over those and I'll tell you what worked and if there's anything I might change for next year. Okay, we'll talk about my rings also afterwards. I'll put this here for now. But let's do a little flip through of my 2025 Hobonichi A6, which yeah, lived in this tray-in. Love it. I have this photo that I love of us clipped into the front here just with a little paper clip, and this was a photo I took I think January 1st of 2025, so I stuck it on the cover, just our little family. So yeah, you can see, especially when I open it, like how thick this is at the end of the year. I'm really excited to get into this guy next year. I usually also have a couple pencil boards in it just to write on top of. I love having these. This one is the Moomin one. Thank you, E, for grabbing this for me. And this one I actually had from my first year from my Han. Just kind of have them shoved in here. Let's go through this. This I fell off. I don't know how to stay on top of this. It's just not in my workflow, but I like seeing it. So I don't know, I might take another stab at it. But the idea was that I would put like a highlight of each day on this yearly view. So green is work related, this brown color is personal stuff, and then pink was like social outing things. I did this through June. So I made it around half the year before I completely just fell off. I like having it, but also like I'm doing my memory keeping in my day-to-day here. So anyway, we'll see if I do this or something else. I would love to know what you do in your yearly view. Let me know. My monthlies, I will say, also fell off. I think I tried to have a lot of momentum going into the year. So in January and February, you can see I'm like pretty on top of things. Oh yeah, March already kind of blank. May, okay, yeah, I just completely fell off. I don't really know what to do with this view. I think I'm already achieving what I want from this view in here. And I don't love like duplicating what I do. So anyway, it might just live in here and I might just ignore these pages. I don't know. My main intention for using a Hobonichi is to memory keep. So every evening I go and document stuff that happened during the day, and it's just something that I know I will enjoy looking back on in a decade. My workflow has pretty much stayed the same all year actually, which I love. I think I really found a workflow that works well for me, and I want to keep doing that in 2026. So you can see on every page I have at least one image. I'm trying to use stickers and washi as usual. I think used a lot of our Nookens planner stickers. I think I did a good job of that. I think I did not do a good job of using all of my other stickers. I have 2 of these sticker books now and they're just growing. We have a link for these down below in our favorites. You can check that out. I mean, I just have, look at them. You can tell I like haven't used most of them. I should try using them more. And I have a second one now and I just keep adding stuff to it. I bought a bunch more when I went to, this is from New York actually, and then I got a bunch in Taiwan too. These, a lot of the Atelier ones. I need to include these in my workflow somehow. I'm not doing that currently, we'll see, but I love having these. I just need to actually use them. So every day I have an image and ideally some washi. I think I did a good amount of watercolor near the beginning of the year. I definitely fell off. I've just been so busy this year, I think. I like this one a lot. When I was swatching some inks, I might do something similar with the inks I just got in Taiwan. I love this ink color. I should switch colors more, I think. I love having the images for sure, and then using the mini washi that I have. This is some fortune cookies. I love actually cutting out images to the shape of the image itself. You should check out my how I put photos in my journal video if you haven't already. This is how I love doing images still to this day. So I'm gonna keep doing that next year. More watercolor, ephemera. I like putting shows that we're watching and like books that I'm reading. My boba order, I'll peel off and put in. Some more watercolor. I like doing a lot of food doodles, food drawings. With my avocado toast, that looks pretty yummy. We did a video every day in February, and this was me pitching that idea to AJ. Yeah, so we started doing a video day all of February. That was so overwhelming, but we had fun doing it. Oh yeah, and this, I started documenting subscribers on YouTube. So this was us hitting 600. So in February we were at 600 followers, and I think now we're just over 6,000, which really is insane. So if you got here recently, if you were here since February, whatever it is, we appreciate you watching our videos really, really so much. Now I was watching Severance, more food art, a lot of photos of my dog Emmy, of course. This was even before we launched our shop, so I think there was a lot of prep work and like a lot of thinking that went into our shop that we launched in October. This was the entry that I had AJ, we swapped our journals that day, and so she did this one. It's kind of cool to see other people, I guess, in my journal. That's awesome. Yeah, you can see I really had fun with the layout of the images. In 2024, I got to this point where I was doing images like this. So I was having them like in a single column on every spread. And this was just to make it easier on me to have like the same widths all the time, because if you can see, like I was really trying to like adhere to the grid. You can see here, I mostly caught up on journal images, but it took hours. Honestly, this took me forever and I did not like that workflow. I switched from that and I just let myself be a little more free, you know, like the stuff doesn't fit in the grid perfectly and that's okay. And I like the randomness of this, right? Like sometimes I have 3 images, sometimes I have 2. I have 2 here. Sometimes I have ephemera, sometimes I have other stickers. Sometimes I'm like up in the checklist area. Sometimes I have doodles. I don't know, I like it a lot more. I like it a lot more. It's just like more random and like organic. Here's some of the early sticker drawings that we did. We were doing a sticker day in April, I think. So we were preparing for that maybe? Yeah, this is one of the stickers that's available in our shop. Yeah, there she is. This I was doing a sticker paper test, some pencil crayon. This is one of our stamp stickers that AJ designed. I like doing these, kind of like these like photo booth style images where if I'm doing like one big major event or something during the day, I'll put like a bunch of images from that event and then stick it in, kind of like what you would get from a photo booth. Okay, I got some stickers in there. On the first page of the month, sometimes I would just stick stuff that I purchased, or if I have extra photos, I'll put them here. So this month is when I got my Juliet Caesar, the cutting machine. So I got that in April, it looks like. This is a page where I guess I forgot to do the journal entry, and so I ended up doing a little watercolor of our orchid. That was fun. I want to do a lot more watercolor. I always say that, but I think one of the problems is that I always journal at the end of the day, like right before bed, and I kind of run out of time because I want to go to bed like on time, but then I want to do watercolor, so it's all like rush. And if I maybe do it earlier in the evening or even at the beginning of the next day, maybe that would help me do more watercolor. I don't know. Watch White Lotus. These are some of our sticker designs that we have in the shop now. This is when a friend visited, and so we went to do a little tour of Seattle. Yeah, some days I just have a ton of images, and I love having the images because they really communicate so much in just like a little snippet. So I'm definitely doing images. I like my workflow so much better in that I just pick a couple images from the day and I'll print it out on a little sheet of printer paper and cut it out with my X-Acto knife and just stick it in with my adhesive roller. It makes it like a little daily practice, and I get to see it right away, and I try not to get too far behind, maybe like 2 or 3 days max, unless I'm traveling. That's a different story. And then I turn little food items into stickers too. I like this a lot. I think another thing that I want to do is use different pens. Like I have a bunch of fountain pens now and a bunch of different inks, and I should be able to rotate between different pens and inks so that I see more variety in here. But yeah, I love seeing like the ink changes. I really like this one actually. This was when I was testing a waterproof fountain pen ink, which is what I'm currently using in here. It's the De Atramentis Document Brown, I believe. It's actually really nice because I have this fear that I'll get my journal wet and then everything will just run. But with the waterproof ink, it won't. So that's really nice. But then if I want to have variety, it's a whole thing. So we'll see. Oh, I didn't do this page. I guess there's some outlying pages here and there that I didn't do, but 99% of this journal should be filled out, which I love. A bunch of the Nook Ends planner stickers here. Some washi tape. I don't use washi tape enough. I should do that more. More doodles. This is when I went to Mexico. I did a lot of traveling this year, so that's really nice to see. More washi tape, more stickers. And I think I just tried to detach myself from like being a perfectionist. So like if I have empty pages or like I don't fully fill the page, it's okay, not a big deal. This was such a good book, Project Hail Mary, probably my favorite book of the year. Check that out if you haven't. A movie is coming out next year in March, I believe. And this was The Rehearsal, which is a crazy show. I started reading more, which I love. I put a bunch of snippets from the videos that we created this year. Donut Day. Some printing fails, more food cutouts, more watercolor. Actually, I love this. It doesn't take me that long. I should really just do it. I'm making excuses. We were doing a lot of VR fitness this year and I was doing that with friends, so that's awesome. I did some art. Cookbook club, really love going to those. More of our stickers. I have a calendar sheet in here. This is my friend's dog. A ticket when we went to Bainbridge Island. This is from a playbill for Aunt Juliet. Friends visiting. Going on in little adventures. Ooh, this is my pilia, my Chinese coin plant that I got from a neighbor. Like this is what it looked like when I got it. And this is what it looks like now. Oh my god. This grew, what was that, in like 5 months. I was doing some propagation. Propagated some plants this year. K-pop Demon Hunters. That came out in July. That was crazy. So popular. Went downtown. Pico and Friends art shop. Some friends visiting. Oh, sourdough English muffins, super good. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, we were watching that, that's crazy. More friends visiting, playing games, my girl. More people visiting, doing hikes, this is during the summer now. Washi tape. I just love the pictures. I love the randomness of the pictures. They're so good. They're so good. I'll do this more next year. Definitely. Board games. I tried the Trader Joe's lobster bisque viral recipe. More games. I did a video on the Cobalt toolboxes. That was really popular, surprisingly. We grew these dahlias in our garden this year that were huge. It's hard to tell from this photo, but they were literally huge. We went to the aquarium. playing music every once in a while. I should do more of that. There's just so much stuff that I want to do all the time, and just not enough time in the day, honestly. And there's so much we want to do with Nookens. A lot of exciting stuff to come soon. My partner ran a 50k race mid-August. Insanity. 4 guys all finished the 50k, which is just insane. Not only it was 50k, it was like 50k with a ton of elevation too. It's amazing. This is some stuff about the company I run. We went to Lisbon. So I was designing some swag for our team. We did some dog sitting. Designing our thank you cards for Nookens. Eating a lot of noodles. I love noodles. Ooh, this is when I made a side of the road blackberry crostada. So good. Finally got some Alex drawers. Took our girl on a hike. Oh, this is when we went to New York and got a bunch of stamps from different stores. This is the Hobonichi one from Sabon Ote. Went to Love on Paper, Analog Stationer, Yoseka. So good. Oh, I didn't even write in that. I love the hearts. I use the hearts a lot. And the sparkles. This is a crazy spread. I went to Yoseka and a bunch of different places. This was a fun trip. A bunch of new friends. Went to stationery shopping. Went to see Hadestown. Yeah, this was awesome. And then I went straight to Lisbon. Did a bunch of travel and work. Cooking class. Went on a boat. So many memories. This was our launch list for launching our shop. This is when I got back from Lisbon, and in like 10 days from here, we launched our shop. So I was bouncing around all over the place, trying to get stuff done. So we're doing our launch countdown here, 8 days. Reading fan fiction, making stickers. Crazy. We did a meal prep day. We were doing spooky movie nights in October. This is our launch day. We launched our Nookens store. So cool. I had AJ on my Twitch stream with me. So many people supported us on that day, and if you were one of them, thank you so much. That was very exciting. We got a bunch of orders that day. That was very cool. We got over the garden wall. Nosferatu, bad movie, I did not like it. Made my partner watch Parent Trap for the first time. Great movie. Mailing out some orders. Officially, our first orders, I think. Oh, that was such a cool day. Here's me holding a bunch of the shipping labels, and here's one of my first batches, just full of orders. So cool. Talking to my grandpa on video call. This was when it was the Mariners versus the Blue Jays, which is crazy for me because I live in Seattle, Mariners, but I'm from Toronto, Blue Jays, so that was a time. Went to TwitchCon. That was fun. So many talented people. Love. That was a fun few days in San Diego. And then I think the rest of the year is just me freaking out about all this work stuff that I still have to do. Watched a show called Boots. That was a good show. Dog sitting. Halloween. I found this old bus token from Toronto that you cannot get anymore, so I taped it in here. This is a tab from the Trader Joe's advent calendar for dog treats. Making our magnetic bookmarks, which came out a month ago. I was so excited about those. Watch Hamilton. Setting up my ring planner. Here are the bookmarks. Holiday shop update with all of our bookmarks and holiday goods. Okay, and then I have a blank spot here actually because I went on my trip to Taiwan, so I need to fill this out, but I have all of the images printed out. So when I go on a big trip, I usually print them out on sticker paper and then have my cutter just cut all of them out just to make it a lot faster. I can like bulk journal basically. I will do that soon. So we're in December, watching Survivor for the first time, Survivor season 49. We're doing some brainstorming for next year, setting up our Christmas tree, more friends visiting. I got a record player, so I started playing records, more TV. And yeah, this is my 2025 book. I feel like this is impressive. If I do say so myself, I'm pretty proud of all of the journaling that I did this year. I'm so happy with my workflow actually that I want to do pretty much the exact same thing next year in this book. Photos for sure, absolutely. I love how I printed the photos this year, so I'm definitely gonna do that. First page of each month, sometimes put stuff there from the month that overflowed. Maybe reconsider when I journal instead of kind of rushing it at the end of each day. I can do it at the beginning of the next day. I don't know. I would love to do more watercolor. You can tell that throughout the year my watercolor definitely died out. I think it's just so much easier to like print a photo of the thing rather than watercolor it, but there's something about doing it in watercolor that's just so special. Like this is so nice. I don't know. So I'm gonna try to do that more. I just feel like personally I oversubscribed myself too much this year, as I usually do. So I am personally looking for just like more space to breathe next year. I want to go to cafes more. I think I said that last year and I was not able to do that this year. I've just been swamped, so hopefully I can do that next year. Try to use stickers more. I think I did a decent job. Some stickers here and there. Definitely check out Nook's planner stickers if you're looking for some like sparkle to add to your page. Also, if you buy 4 planner sticker sheets, you get 1 free. So check that out. I just have like a bunch of sticker sheets going. Privileges of having your own art shop. Unlimited stickers for you. I think I want to stop buying things in general. I mean, I always love supporting small businesses, but I want to stop buying like crazy new things, like too many fountain pens, too many inks. Like I want to focus on using what I already have, so hopefully I can do more of that next year. A6 is definitely my size. I think I would totally be overwhelmed in an A5. Yeah, I love this classic A6 size with my Tragan. I actually ordered a green one of the Tragan because it's just such a nice, it's like this moss color green, oak moss I think is what they called it. Anyway, it's so pretty, so I had to grab it because AJ was doing a Hobonichi order anyway. I got one of those and I'll probably use that next year. It's just so nice. Oh, I forgot about this. Something that I did last year is I wrote a letter to myself and put it in this little popcorn bag just for my future self to read it. It's kind of like a little time capsule. I will probably do the same thing. I'll write myself a note for next year, this year, and I'll open it maybe at the end of the year. Or should I open it now? I'm tempted now. I actually have no recollection of what I wrote. Okay, so I had several notes to myself. This is kind of cool. I would highly recommend doing this at the end of the year. Write yourself some notes, you know, your personal wishes for yourself, your work, your personal life, your social life, all of that stuff. Long-term goals, short-term goals, stuff like that. I think that's really cool. Highly recommend. I'll take a look at these later. Okay, so that will be my Hobonichi, my memory keeping. This will be easy because I did it all year and I just need to carry it through to next year. I think the rest is pretty empty. Oh, wait a second. I have some stamps in here. Oh yeah, I did some stamps from New York when I went. I got some Hobonichi stamps. This one is from Yoseka. This one's beautiful. So detailed. Superior Labor. I never really fill out the last pages here. Words to remember. Just haven't really found a use for these. Looking back at the year, this is kind of cute. Buzzword of the year, color of the year, favorite trip, favorite food, 365 days, check off. I don't know what to do with that. There's some food stuff, symbols. My 100, I think last year I mentioned that I would put like videos that we made this year. I didn't make 100, but that could be fun just to like appreciate how much effort I put into making these videos, because we post it every week for the whole year. There's 2 of us, so we're each doing 26 videos, I guess, and I think my sister missed 1, but I didn't miss a single one. That's something to be proud of. This one, I think I could see myself using favorites, like favorite books, favorite movies, favorite shows. I could see myself doing, but I might want to do that in my rings more, honestly. So I might do that. Timetable, if I was a student. No, thank you. I think all in all, I am very pleased with how I did my A6 and no regrets. No regrets. I'm excited to carry this into 2026. Okay, so there's that. So that'll be my Hobonichi. And then I did a video on my ring setup, which I'm gonna carry into 2026. So I have my plotter here, which I use for the whole year, and this I'm learning, right? Like I'm doing some day-to-day things that I need to do. Like this is very practical for me. It's like do this, film this, make sure you go pick up this, take Emmy to the vet, call my mom, go to any appointments, any plans with friends, stuff like that. So this is very practical. I am not going to use this plotter layout anymore. I decided I like this layout better, which is very similar to the Hobonichi weeks, but basically one side is every day of the week, and then I have it divided into 2 so I can do work on one side and then nookens / personal stuff on the other side. And then the right side here is just a grid, so I can have some to-dos that are not specific to a day. I just want to make sure I do it that week. I think this will just be a very practical thing that stays open on my desk at all times. The new addition to our family is this meeplus slimpad, which I've talked about a bunch now, and she is beautiful. I took her to Taiwan on my Taiwan trip. It was kind of like a little trial run. I wanted to see how I would use it and kind of think about how this would fit into next year. So I have some thoughts. I have these dashboards that I made, which I love. I have a similar thing as I just showed you in this. So I have the same thing in that it's the weekly layout and then the grid on the right. I have not actually decided whether I want to do this in here or here. I think this one's nice because this lives perfectly on my desk, like right under my monitor. There's just enough room where I can see this at a glance. And this is a little bit too tall, but I do love how much space I have here. So I'm a little conflicted. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do, but I love the ring system so far. I have a Hobonichi Weeks pencil board in here actually. I kind of like it just as like a today marker and to use it to write on top of. I have another dashboard. And then when I went traveling, I did some kind of day-to-day, just random dumps. So this, for example, is a couple days in Taiwan, like a menu thing, some pamphlet cutouts, some stamps from stations. And it's just a bunch of random stuff, but I actually kind of like it. It's like a mix of junk journaling plus like other random writing. A bunch of ephemera from these stores that I went to, some stamps. I kind of like how this is turning out. I don't really know what it is, but it's been fun. I have this little half sheet that I cut out stuff and stuck on. So this is like from a tea museum. And then I have this, which is a little comic I got from the Snoopy Garden in Jeju Island. I don't know, it's kind of like there's something about this that I really like that is not quite the same as my Hobonichi. So I don't know, maybe there is something here, but for now I just wanted to bring it along and just go with the flow and see what felt good to me. So that's been kind of nice. Snoopy, bunch of stamps, sticking in some business cards, and then I have some inserts that I created. So this one is stuff to check out, so I have a bunch of recommendations from friends, shows, books, where I put down the name of the thing, what it is, the type, like book, movie, or whatever, and then who recommended it to me so that I can kind of follow up with them and tell them I watched it and then check it off once I'm done. I really like this. And then the other thing that I want to do, and I haven't, is the content reviews. So once I finish a show or a book or whatever, I'll come in and do a little review of it. I just like being able to see it at the end of the year. I did these reviews in this old rings notebook that I had, and I really liked having them. Yeah, it's just really cool to be able to see all the things that I consumed in a given year. So yeah, I want to do more of that. Yeah, I just have like to-do lists and to-buy lists. I want to buy less next year though, so we're not going to use these for buying things next year. That's the thinking. I also do have my traveler's notebooks that I haven't made use of. You know, the thing about journaling is I think some stuff comes in and stuff goes out, and at any given moment you could be in any other thing, and sometimes something fits and sometimes it doesn't. Right now I don't have a specific place that travelers fits in day to day, but I do like using it as like a little junk journal. I've done a few spreads here that I really like, especially following up from trips. This was from Taiwan last year. I want to do a Taiwan this year. Like, they're just so cool. I can see myself doing some of these just kind of ad hoc. And then I had my passport size TN, where I tried to do commonplacing. Like, I tried to see if it was for me, and I just don't think it is. I'm just a very digital person and I want all my stuff digitally, so I had some stuff in here, but I just never really got in the habit of documenting it on paper. So we'll see. I do love this size and I like having it, especially for travel. I have this sticker release paper in here if I have any ephemera that I want to stick in. It's really handy, but I think I just haven't fit it into my personal workflow in any way. And I love that rings is just a lot more flexible. For now, we will stick to the rings and see. You never know. When I'm ready, I'll have my travelers available. I'm definitely a kind of person that wants to keep things fairly minimal. Like, I don't want to have 5 different journals going on at any given time. So definitely we'll have the Hobonichi for my memory keeping. We'll have this on my desk, this plotter mini to glance at, and then everything else will pretty much go in here. I love the flexibility of rings. I want to make more inserts for my purposes. There are other inserts that I have in mind already, and I might add them to the shop, so keep an eye on that. Yeah, I think this will be my system for 2026. If you're here at the end of this video, thank you so much, really, for showing up this year. I can't have imagined a year ago when I posted that first video that we would be this deep into YouTube. We're over 6,000 now, and that is just way beyond our expectations. If you've watched any of our videos, we really appreciate it, and we hope you enjoy them. I hope you had an amazing 2025, and that you're going into 2026 with an awesome journaling system and personal goals that are tough but achievable. There's something that I do every year called Year Compass, and that's something that I'm going to do again this year, which just helps give me structure when it comes to reflecting on my current year and then also look ahead into next year. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to go through today. I'm really excited about where my journaling is going. I love that I have my memory keeper and my practical, because I really need something as somebody who is bouncing around with things all the time. So I need both in my life, and they just give me peace and happiness. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful holiday. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure you keep an eye out on our socials and our store for our new updates that are coming soon, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.